How's it going, everybody? My name is Silver, and welcome to Windblown, aka my latest obsession. This is a little roguelike game from the creators of Dead Cells. I saw this on Steam, and I was like, you know what? I like Dead Cells. I'm probably gonna like this. And my oh my, was I correct. This game is very cool. First of all, you will notice the adorable little art style. Everyone in this world are cute little animals, more or less, or robots or whatever. There's this neat little area down here with a campfire. So yeah, Windblown is this, it's kind of like, I love this vibe with like floating islands. There's this game that I'm probably going to do a video on soon called Lost Skies, aka, Jesus, I can't remember whatever, we'll get into that later. But yeah, absolutely love the aesthetic, love the vibes, these floating islands in this weird world. You are a little animal guy, and you're on this island, or you arrive on this island called the Ark, and this is a little town. We're trying to not get sucked into the massive storm over there. And basically, the gameplay loop is, you talk to this guy, and you collect various items. You use this currency, this purple dust, to get different things. And then you can use that thing for the next run. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna get ninja stars, a new weapon maybe. Deadly explosion. That sounds pretty good, actually. Bleeding weapons. So you can see this is the progression in between runs. This is the various things you can unlock. There's quite a lot to get through. I should probably get Boss Killer. Maybe I should just save my currency for that, honestly, because that sounds really, really handy to have. I'm actually going to do that. Yeah, so that's the progression. Over here, you have another little... This is the practice dummy. You can practice your weapons if you really want to. This is the dude you talk to. This is more progression man over here. He gives you other things. I recently just got the health flask upgrade, so I can use my health flask 3 times in a run, which is pretty self-explanatory. If you've ever played a roguelike, you have a limited extra pool of extra health, and he also sells various other things for another currency, which is cogs, which is also kept throughout your runs if you manage to visit the fish. We'll get into that later. And you can talk to this guy if you want to change your bodies. I am currently rocking the axolotl. I think the basilisk is probably my favorite, but I've been running the basilisk for too long, so let's try something different. Let's go axolotl. I started with the pangolin, didn't really like it, but it is what it is. You can change your character. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. As you can see, this is your main movement ability. You have your dodge. You use that to get to different heights throughout the map. And it's pretty cool. It's a very fun game. It's very addictive. It has that roguelike thing. It's like, just one more run, bro. Maybe I'll do better. So anyways, my dudes, with all that out of the way, let's just hop into this cannon and with reckless abandon, burn. So you have your secondary weapon, and you have your first trinket. I have various upgrades that allow me to get those at the start of a run. You have your second trinket, which is E, and I haven't unlocked whatever C is. Maybe it's some kind of ultimate ability. I honestly have no idea. It's recommended to play this game on controller, but I couldn't for the life of me find my Xbox controller. I seem to be doing all right with keyboard and mouse, but I think I can kind of see what they're talking about. I think this game might be better with controller. But anyways, guys, this is the gameplay. I was fortunate enough to get a beat bolt, which is this long-range crossbow. And if you manage to time it correctly, you do criticals. It's one of the better weapons, quite honestly. You always start off with this fish knife. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's that symbol that keeps popping up? Well, that's my alter attack. Whoa! So when you reach a certain combo with a weapon, you can press your alter attack. If you press it in time, you will do another attack with your other weapon, and it has some sort of special ability. So that's something that I've unlocked that's pretty cool. I press F like a freaking idiot. Oh my god. It's been a little while since I played this game. I just wasted one of my health flasks. What the heck? I thought you had to hold it down. I literally just pressed F. That is very embarrassing. Okay. I really thought you had to hold it down. I don't know what happened there. That's... oh my god. Not great. I was doing a thing earlier, is, I was fighting the boss, and after you beat the boss in the stage, you get your classic sort of healing area. And what I was doing is, after I would beat the boss, I would just intrinsically, without thinking, use my health flask. I'm like, no, there's a freaking healing area after this. So that's a dumb thing that I did earlier. But fortunately, I've become pretty decent at this game, I would say, but it is still quite challenging. There is quite a decent variety of enemies, and there are 2 other biomes that I haven't gotten to, so... Oh yeah, here we go. This is the fish. So you can see this friendly little guy, you give him the suck, and you feed him your gear coins, or whatever they're called, and he'll take them away to the Ark for you. If you die normally, you will lose all your stuff, so you have to visit the fish to get any progression. But anyways, yeah, there's 2 areas. There's this area, and there's the factory, which hopefully, if I'm good enough, we'll be able to get up to. After the factory, there is a boss fight. I have only gotten to the boss a handful of times, and he has beaten my ass every time. The boss is very hard. Okay, let's not talk about that. Jeez, talking and playing video games is hard. Okay, I don't want to hear it. All right, that was terrible. Jeez, that happened very, very suddenly. That is phenomenally embarrassing. Phenomenally embarrassing. We're just gonna go again. We're not gonna talk about that. Jesus, I'm out here looking like a frickin' pleb, a windblown pleb. Oh my god. Okay, so that was when you get to certain stages in this level, you'll get to one of those doors. The enemy behind those sort of doors are slightly more difficult than the other enemies. That's my excuse. He does way more damage than a normal enemy would, and that is quite apparent because he freaking deleted me. So, on the earlier stages of this game, it is generally a good idea to go fight that extra enemy for more gear and more stuff, but if you're not careful, he will kill you, as we have just seen. But yeah, I really like this game. It's pretty neat. Just look at this beautiful golem gardens, the art style, the autumn trees, and it's kind of cool. It's like we're starting our expedition and in the early morning, as you can see by the time of day, and then when you get to the next area, it's more like further into the day. And then I imagine the 3rd area, it is nighttime, so that's kind of neat as well. It's a nice little vibe they got going on here. So yeah, you use your spacebar to get to various different areas of the map. Zip, zip. This is the Raven Blade. This is a pretty cool sword. The combo is quite long, but what? Oh yeah, that's the fish knife combo. I'm dumb. But yeah, it's this is a pretty decent sword. We were better off in the last run with the beat bolt, but we're not going to talk about that. That's my ability. That's the Freeze Nova. That's pretty handy. Freeze Nova, yes. All right, well, I'm just going to continue on my merry way and try to get further into this run, guys. I'm not going to blather on the entire time, I think. Screw you, friggin' laser golem, you killed the hell out of me last time. You may have seen that little shift on that dude. That's another ability that I have. When an enemy is weak, I can press shift to kind of do a finisher. And there are various skills you can get to make that do more beneficial things for you. I've come across the procedural generation in this game is... I've come across this area a few times, and I don't know how to get down there. That's annoying. Anyways, I'll see you guys later in this run. Hopefully I can not suck. Fish! Booze! Get out of here, big boy. That was, that's my skill to finish them. It's called Crystallize or some shit, I don't know. Ow! Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like, you'd think these little shit enemies wouldn't be too much of a problem, but they will surprise you every now and then. Those little golem dudes are annoying. They hit me more often than they should. I missed my finisher. That's a shame. Who are you, dude? There's a chest that I unlocked. There's always a little icon to tell you where things are, which is cool. Well, you can find secret chests, but that was one that I got by killing those enemies. I'll recycle that weapon. These are the Katars. This is another weapon in classic Dead Cells fashion. This is a weapon that deals more damage when you're behind a target. They're pretty decent. Dead Cells was such a good game. I played the hell out of that, honestly. That was about the only thing I had on my Switch in 2018 when I was in Japan. So it was all I had to play, which wasn't a problem because it's a phenomenal game. This is another area with a slightly more tougher enemy. Screw it, dude. I got deleted by the last one. Blade Storm. Frost Nova. Whap. Whap. Screw you. Nice. That's the special ability of the Katars. I can zip through and get behind a target, which is pretty cool. This is one of the memories. Nice. So this is the sort of your gift, your boon, if you wish to think of it that way. You get various things throughout the run. Shattering Freeze deals 75 damage. Now see, that synergizes with our ability, or the trinket that we have, but how long are we going to have that trinket, you know what I'm saying? Using a trinket activates Rush. Your next dash deals damage and stuns. Now see, that's pretty cool, because I'm probably not going to be using this Frost Nova for a hell of a long time. I'm going to get that. Nice. This is another little thing that you can find throughout a run. This door is saying 200 gold for a goo bomb, which is a not very good trinket in my opinion, so I'm gonna pass. You have your shells as well. That's yet another currency. That is currency that's just in the run. There's nothing that you need that for back at the Ark, so that's just sort of the money that you have throughout a run. There's no progression for that one. The little bro, that's a good one. Like I said, probably going to get rid of the Frost Nova, so we're going to do that now. This is a little turret that hangs around and shoots dudes for you. And it does that even when it isn't activated, which is a pretty good thing. I'm actually not sure. What does it specifically say? A pet that shoots at nearby enemies, use this trinket to briefly increases fire. Oh, okay, there you go. There you go. Reading the ability explains the ability. Wow. Ooh, secret chest. I did mention this game is in early access, so things will be probably subject to change. They recently... I'm gonna go ahead and use a potion, yeah. Yeah, it's freaking middle mouse wheel to use a potion. What? How did I manage to use one by accident? Okay, I'm so confused. Yeah, the game is early access, so yeah, hopefully, well, I'm not sure, I have no idea when full release is going to be, but I'm sure the game will all be going through all kinds of changes. The most recent update is a new biome, but I haven't even gotten to the third biome yet, so it doesn't really matter to me. The new biome sounds pretty cool. Hopefully I can defeat the final boss and get to that guy soon. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of big guys here. You ain't no thing. Oh, you hit me. Ultra attack. Nope. That's... nope. Whack, 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 whack. I stood there like an idiot. Oh, God. Dang it. Ah. That's it, dude. I hit record and I just suddenly suck at video games. God damn it. Anyways, guys, in an effort to keep this video short and to not embarrass myself anymore, that was Windblown. I'm bad at video games, and talking is hard and doing commentary, that's my excuse. Yeah, let's go with that. But yeah, this is a very, very lovely little game. I adore it. The art style is great. And, oh, there's a freaking shop here. Ooh, something I haven't unlocked. Ooh. But yeah, it's a very cool little game. As I said, as I was talking about just earlier, the update introduced a new area. Hopefully I'll be able to get to that area soon. The final boss in the second area is very, very hard, and I don't think I'm going to be beating him anytime soon, but I will endeavor to do that. Can I get into this tub? I just kind of phase right through it, don't I? Interesting. Alright then, guys, thank you for watching. I've been blabbing on for quite a while, but yeah, this is Windblown. If you'd like to see more of this game, please let me know in the comments. Let's put our paw print on this memorial. Very, very cool. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.